Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Cauldrons of War Stalingrad with another bonus episode brought to you by my Patreon supporter Pumoral. We're playing as Soviets once again, and it's September 17th, 1942. We're not that much further down here at Signavino, but we're 2%. Once again, first Corps smash at 8 Army didn't really do anything, and as it is, I'm generally also just refitting as much as possible, usually. That's pretty good, actually. Huh. I mean, we'll see. Northwest, 10th went into reserve and they refitted that unit, but yeah, we'll have to see how effective that is for them. 2, 2, 4. Refit. Go to the front. No effect, that's fine. And keep shelling wherever I can. In the west, they disputed the air superiority. That's actually kind of... Huh. Doing that now, I don't think it's that great of an idea, but... They do lose some artillery and cohesion, so I do think that's quite valuable. We do know exactly what they have now. Or well, close to at least. Oh, the Kalinin front can still do something. Let's refit. Bryansk front, they attacked in the 13th Army, didn't do anything this time. And then down here, they attacked into 3rd Tank Corps, and they did hit pretty badly. Let's see here. No replacements in the Bryansk front. Those are already in defense in depth. No fuel, huh? I'll supply them. And let's try to pry some units. 16th Tank Corps, 17th Tank Corps, sure. Southwestern front, they attacked twice in the 63rd Army, which lost some. They keep attacking with the 5th. That's fine. I'll just refit them again and they'll be fine, as long as they only lose cohesion. It's nothing to be held, whereas these guys do at least gain tiredness. In the Caucasus, they attack 10th and attack the 10th again. Group Mattenklut is pretty tough at that. Let's actually see what happened here, though. They killed the 11th and attacked 24th Army. Unfortunate thing is that they could just casually refit 4th Panzer all the time. That's kind of silly. But there's nothing I can do against that, so... Of course we lose aircraft, but they don't, even though we have air superiority. Let's see, because I don't really have anything to help them out with. I can refit, but the only thing they'll get is cohesion and experience. Down in the south, I cannot get these guys away. Now, the Serafimovich bridgehead, it's also part of Southwest. Ah, okay. I get it. Well, let's again send these divisions to the Don-Volga Isthmus. Do I have reinforcements in there? Not too much. September 24th. Moscow is indeed their goal. The enemy is moving northwards between the Don and the Oka River. This movement threatens our operations in the Orel region, and above all strengthening Moscow from the south. There's no higher priority for the moment than to stop and then push the enemy back from this sector. The Voronezh-Bryansk southwestern front lose 1 point of command this round. Operations on the Sosna come under control of the Western Front. The reserves of the Voronezh-Bryansk and Southwestern Fronts are poured into the reserves of the Western Front. The Western Front gains 2 points of command this round. Human waves can be used in operations around the Sosna. Focus on Moscow increases sharply. Did they... They didn't do anything there. That's super weird. Why would they... think that that's such a critical goal? Well, assault with the siege artillery, really. Well, okay. First Corps is in reserve again. I have to say that every time they lose an infantry, I'm quite happy at such a result. So you don't hear me complaining about that. 10th Corps to the front here. And as always, I'll just try to refit. And that's basically all I'm doing there. Refitted 9th Army. Good for them, I suppose. But those are still in reserve. Again, lost an infantry and a cohesion. Ah, shame. At Bryansk, 2nd Panzer attack did nothing against 13th Army. And then here, nothing happened actually. What? Oh, why would that be under the Western Front? That's super weird. It's a good thing they didn't do anything. That's very confusing, because Brienne's Front still has this. Do they have reserves? They do not. Now the Western Front has a lot of reserves, so... Okay. With 2nd Panzer still being in good shape, I can't just go about an attack. Okay, they lost artillery. That's good. These guys have no reserves, so I cannot actually send anything over to the Serafimovich bridgehead. I guess I could send 5th Tank Army. Let's just see what that does. Then in the Caucasus, they attack the 17th, which is still not dead. No reserves whatsoever. So the only thing I can do is get you to the front, entrenchment. Then here, they supplied an attack 24th. That didn't do a whole lot, luckily. Not that these two can do a whole lot either. So I don't have that many reinforcements yet. They sent them in reserve, and then they're just immediately there like that. Super weird. Let's take them in. Defense in depth. It's the least I can do. Bad weather. Not here. I keep losing. Oh, this axis. Yeah, right. Well, that makes sense. Shit. I'm gonna ask for reinforcements because there's nothing else you can do. At Stalingrad, they resupplied, attacked the militia, resupplied, killed the militia, puts them at 4%. What do I get in the Stalingrad region? Nothing else. So, do they have? They have planes. I'll just dig them in. Maybe it'll slow them down. 1st of October, here we go. Leningrad front. They attacked again with their siege artillery, which makes a lot of sense. Volkov. Also, they keep attacking. Many of these turns actually keep looking the same. So we just straight up cannot break through at those points. Ooh. Nice. Killing them for 2 infantry is pretty useful. Kalinin, I got the 22nd. That's it. So Western Front again has to deal with both of them. Nothing happened here or here. These two are still in reserve. Very weird again that they wouldn't... I mean, they might be supplying these. They lost one tank. That's all I could do there. Second Panzer in reserve and a refit, which means that I'm going to seriously try and attack here now. Because now at least I killed the 532nd. That means that the Germans are clinging to the banks of the Oka River. How long can this obstacle delay the Red Army? Well, we'll see. But the fact that they have only 2nd Panzer there means they cannot put it in reserve anymore. And they lost an artillery, infantry, and cohesion. Good. Very good. Now here. 5th lost another artillery for the price of 1 infantry and a cohesion. And then here they gained air superiority, which is fine. They must be pretty low on artillery there then. Now in the Caucasus, I did not get anything new again. Now they attacked against the 10th. I lost 1 artillery and then quite a bit of cohesion. Can't do anything against that for now because 24th Army lost a bit. Not too bad. Like if I put any of those guys in reserve, kind of have to here. Refit. All I can do in the south, they split 1st Panzer. This unit attacked 37th Army, and they have to resupply Gruppe von Mackensen. So this is split into Gruppe von Mackensen, Gruppe Strecker, and the 44th Corps. My units can hold on for a while here, but I don't want to lose any ammunition. Supply is 9. It's not that bad. How many trucks do I have in the south though? Oh, that's a bit weird zooming in. 10. So I have to be careful. Let's actually just take a look what happened at Stalingrad. Because they attacked the 205th and the 399th, and then both are dead despite digging in. They're now at 10%. Send a 28th Army. 28th Army isn't doing too well, since they have only 1 artillery, 3 infantry there to really work their way. Let's send the 14th Tank Corps to the Stalingrad front. Let's have these refit. It doesn't really do a whole lot, but at least it's something. Troublesome commissars. Beside each general, there is a political commissar who controls and validates each of his orders and supervises each and every one of his movements. While the memory of the Great Purges is still vivid among generals, such a system does not promote initiative. Shaposhnikov has long called for the role of officers to be upgraded, and Stalin finally seems inclined to trust his generals. It must be said that Lev Meklis, responsible for the commissars, has shown his incompetence so many times that Stalin himself begins to doubt the army's dual control system. Each front gains 1 command point, generals gain 2 experience points, the control by the party action is disabled, or trust the commissars, plus 5 barbarity, all units gain 2 cohesion, the action shoot the traitors is activated. Let's trust the generals. That seems to be the best action here. The Presidium of the Supreme Soviet has just abolished the institution of political commissars in the Red Army and restored unity of command. There will still be political officers in the units, but they will focus on propaganda and political education of the troops without meddling in the decisions of the commanders. However, the imprint of the political commissars will not completely disappear from the army because Stalin has planned to appoint more than 100 political commissars as generals. The effects of this reform will quickly be felt on the front lines. The offensive in the north got out of breath. The Stavka, noting little progress on the Volga front, decided to put an end to the offensive towards Leningrad. The decision was difficult to take because it amounts to abandoning the inhabitants of the region to their fate. The hellish terrain with its swamps and dense forests has considerably hampered our exhausted troops. The forces of the Volga front must be reorganized before a new major offensive can be launched. They have now only 2 points. Oh, okay. They keep losing artillery here with the siege artillery. I don't know how many they have, ultimately. Oh, that was... I wanted to do night attack. Really? They have 2 now? Weird. First corps to the front. Well, since I can't do that much anymore now, I have to take it a bit slower with the offensives here, sadly. Not much can be done in that regard. Seems like again the Germans didn't do anything with that. But at least it seems like 46th Panzer Corps is losing a significant number of things here for the moment. Again, I'm not making that much progress, but every little bit helps. Now here things are getting interesting because they have only 2nd Panzer there left for the moment. And let's see... These guys need to be put in reserve, definitely. I'll just do some double shelling for the moment here. Seems like Southwestern Front now has 2 points. And again... Okay, they send a 3 Romanian corps to the Serfovich bridgehead. Now that's good for me because it means that they waste a lot of points doing that. Whereas here they did absolutely nothing simply because they want to send those guys there. That's fine by me. Because as for Southwestern Front, they have no reserves there. Let's just refit you two. I cannot dig those guys in. But I can do that with the 63rd Army, so I guess I will. Then at Stalingrad, let's go for defense in depth. And... oh, that's a mechanized corps, right? I mostly want to start by sending the weaker units and refitting some guys a bit. So there are plenty of forces there now that we can use. Cooper von Mackensen attacked again, and they pretty much just smacked 37th Army, which I need to restore communications with, and they're already at defense in depth. I'll hold them there. Supplying is 0. Some attrition. Okay. What do I have in the southern front? You guys. Well, let's send them to race to the Terek. Then down here, they once again attacked 10th Guards Rifle. That now only has 1 infantry in there. And here, they smacked 24th Army. But not too bad. So they can hold on, I think. October 15th. Okay. First off, Leningrad. They just shelled, didn't do anything. Yeah, sucky part. Okay, first lost an infantry, huh? Interesting thing is that they also lose a reasonable amount of trucks, which I'm also quite happy about. It means that for them resupplying becomes a bit of a problem over time. Again, 10th losing an infantry. Okay. 3, 4. They do have artillery now. Let's do that. As long as they are not doing anything here, I'm not inclined to attack Second Army. I'll just keep focusing on this. Had to resupply that other unit. It seems like 2nd Panzer was able to get 13th in a cauldron of some sort. Which they really needed to get out. There we go. Took a bit of work, but it did get done. 2nd Romanian Corps to the front here now, 2. So they have 3rd Romanian. Yeah, they still have a few units there in reserve. And they again tried to attack the 63rd Army. That didn't do anything. Well, let's just start by putting breakthrough here. And I guess here I still don't... Yeah, I only have artillery. Wow. Okay, that's pretty serious. -3, huh? Now, Stalingrad, they just resupplied them and then started shelling 28th Army. Not particularly interesting. There we go, just digging in. In the south, they attacked 44th Army. I have 3 weak armies there now, but that's still better than nothing. 24th only lost that. Can't really do anything for these guys, unfortunately, but at the very least they only lost 1 cohesion this turn. Don't have the time to get back to them.